Bad time to be getting into van life, that's for sure. Although gas prices did drop, I think literally just this morning from I think 280 to 220. Alright, the road into the location that I'm going to right now is a little bit more rough than I thought. It was more the entrance. It's not bad here anymore. This van impresses me every time I take it out. I love this van. I'm so excited to finish building it. And as promised, we got Ruka here on another camping trip. Warning, road deactivated. We'll see what that means when we get to it. So this is what road deactivated means. That's a steep drop. There goes the bag. So we are not at our spot yet, but it is literally right up ahead here. But there's this massive dip in the road, which is possible to get over, but my rear end hits the ground. You can see I already tried once. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna grab a bunch of rocks from this pile and put it where my wheels would go. So I just get that little bit of lift, which will allow my van to drive over this little ditch. Okay, well, continuing on. I should have walked up this road because there's another one that's deeper. Definitely not going to be able to make it over this one. Like 30 seconds past that last one. Now I'm going to have to back over it again. Interesting trip so far. Oh. I guess we just gotta keep on driving until we find something. Ruka couldn't wait a second longer. She needed to get in that water. We've been driving for quite a while. You know, this is a beautiful campsite. It looks like they recently did some work on it. And you know, even though we had to drive a little bit longer than we were expecting today, sometimes things have to fall apart to make way for better things. But I think this is a good opportunity to say, hey, my name is Nate. That is Ruka over there in the water. And I don't live out of my van full-time yet, but hopefully sometime in the near future, I will. And this is why I don't live in the van full-time. I'm currently building this out, so it's not very full-time livable yet. But it's good for just weekend camping trips. My parents got me this super awesome fire pit for my birthday, which sits off of the ground. My birthday was about 6 days ago at the time of recording. And this will be my first time where I've brought it out somewhere and used it. So this is gonna be pretty cool. It's super light. You saw I just filled the entire thing with firewood and I could just carry it around like nothing. Ruka, you can't do that. I can't believe I caught that on camera. It's still early in the day, way before dinner, so I'm just gonna cook up some Ichiban for lunch. Oh, this just hits the spot right now. This is really nice. Even though this van is pretty much completely empty right now, the one thing that makes it bearable to camp in is my electrical system. It is so nice to have because even though nothing I've really put in there is in its final location like my fridge, I'm still able to power those things like my 12-volt fridge, my diesel heater, and actually my AC unit now. I can do things like charge my phone, and what's especially useful for people like me is charge my camera batteries. And I'm telling you all this because Renogy is the sponsor of today's video. Renogy sent me a full solar kit, including some solar panels on the roof, to help power my journey to van life. The kit that they sent me comes with 400 amp hours of lithium batteries, a 3000 watt inverter, and 600 watts of shadow flux solar panels. With 600 watts of shadow flux solar panels, I usually see about 25 to 30 amps going into my battery bank on a nice sunny day at 12 volts. This solar kit is able to power this fridge 24/7, so I can just leave this on and never worry about it. But I think one of the most impressive things about this electrical system is I can run an AC unit for I think over 10 hours. I've got the AC unit pumping now, and you can see on my phone that we can last for 10 hours and 3 minutes. And I can see all of the information about this entire electrical system right on my phone through the Renogy app. So if you are building a van or need an electrical system for an off-grid application, I will link this solar setup in the description below. Thank you so much, Renogy, for sponsoring the video and sending me this entire electrical system. It really does help me out more than you guys can imagine. I am actually going to leave this AC unit on while I'm outside to keep the van cool. And we'll come back to it later tonight and see what the battery percentage is at. Let's check it right now. We are at 86%. So I'm gonna leave this on for a few hours and we'll just see where we're at. All right, I've got two things to keep me and Ruka safe. We've got bear spray and a pellet gun. Something was killed here. The table on this campsite looks like a crime scene, and I'm not lying about that. I don't even know if I want to show it on camera. Now, just to describe what I'm looking at without showing you guys, Imagine the same table that I have over there, but at the end of it on the ground, there is a big splat of blood. It looks like most of it has clotted up, so it's in kind of chunks. You can tell that the entire top of the table is stained with blood, and you can even see blood drips down the side of the table. And I don't know if you can hear that around me, but there's a bunch of flies picking at what's left at whatever this was. Now, do I think someone actually got murdered on this table, Dexter style? Probably not. But maybe that's why this awesome campsite is empty. In all honesty, I think the mess that I'm looking at right now was caused by a hunter. They probably laid their deer, or maybe even elk. Maybe you can catch elk in this area. I'm not too sure. You need a tag for it. Anyways, they probably had their deer or elk on this table and were doing whatever you do to those animals to prepare it. And they just decided to leave their mess for somebody else. But a disturbing scene nonetheless. Ruka will alert me if there's any murderers out there. I got this revolver pellet gun from my grandpa on Christmas, and I've only used it once or twice. And I do keep it in the van just for some fun shooting it, or in case I need to deal with a murderer. But I think today we'll just be shooting it for fun. That trail ends pretty quickly, unfortunately. Pretty powerful, this thing. I don't have anything to shoot at, so I'm gonna try and finish this and shoot at the can. Hope those guys have fun with the crime scene. Oh, they're already on their way out. Time to go shoot some cans. That was not first try, by the way, but in post it'll look like that. Ruka was such a good girl when I was shooting. She was sitting right beside me the entire time. Okay, I don't know how long it's been since I turned on that AC unit. If I were to guess, hour and a half to 2 hours. And now we are at 77% on our batteries. That's not bad. I think we started at 88, I want to say. So it's not bad for running an AC, but it's gotten to the point in the night where I don't need to have an AC on, so I'm just going to turn it off so it doesn't get too cold in here. And I think I'm going to get ready for dinner. It's about 7:20 now, and I'd like to make dinner out here while we still have some daylight. Okay, tonight's dinner is going to be a super simple one, and it was recommended by this commenter right here. It seems super simple to make. It's in one pan and it just sounds delicious. They say it's just sauteed ground beef with taco seasoning with some cheese on top and some 7-layer dip. But for some reason my Walmart does not sell 7-layer dip. So I just got a dip that I personally enjoy, spinach dip. I know that is not a suitable replacement for 7-layer dip, but my Walmart literally had nothing even remotely close to it. So this is what I got. I bought taco seasoning and it's nowhere to be seen. And I think I left it at Walmart. I'm so sorry, I've butchered your meal before I've even started it. So I'm gonna have to make this in another video properly. But this is all I got for tonight. I need to eat, so I'm gonna make something. again, I totally butchered the meal. The ground beef is supposed to have taco seasoning on it, and I'm supposed to have 7-layer dip. The ground beef could have used a bit more stuff in it too. I just mixed it in with some onions. But we're gonna taste test this, and maybe it's fantastic, who knows? Definitely not bad, I can tell you that much. I don't think it's fair to really rate your dinner based on what I've created here. Hopefully in a future video I can make the actual dish and give it a real rating. But whatever the hell I made tonight, it's good. Well, I think me and Ruka are pretty tuckered out after dinner there, so I think we're just gonna settle down, hang around the fire for a little bit, enjoy the nice view, and just, I don't know, think about life and stuff, something like that. I gotta step away from the fire for a minute because the sunset has just become amazing. How pretty is that? Oh, the colors behind me are just spectacular. All right, I'm gonna go back to the fire, but that is awesome. Well, I've been sitting here since about we finished dinner, throwing the stick for Ruka. I'm all out of dry firewood, so the fire's starting to die down now. And throughout the past hour, 2 hours of me sitting here, the main feeling that I've had is sadness. I feel like over the past 8 to 10 months, I've just started to realize the thing I appreciate most in life right now are my friends and family. And it almost pains me to be away from them. And that is a super scary thought for me because I do plan to go on the road full time, and I don't know what months down the road would feel like when I've had no interaction with any of my family or friends. A goal of mine that I've set for my YouTube is to be more authentic, and I feel like if I'm going to do that, I need to show you guys everything. And this is how I'm feeling right now. It's weird. I don't usually feel like this. Okay, what up? Ooh. You ready to get up, Rookie Doo? Ready to get up? I can start making breakfast because I am getting a little bit hungry. And also, I do have to show my other van today to a potential buyer. So I need to get back for that. And crossing my fingers, I hope he likes the van. And yesterday, since I was on such a bumpy road, one of my eggs cracked. so funny. Whenever I don't have time to throw the stick for her, she just does that, entertains herself. Okay. All right, let's try out this breakfast. To be honest, it looks way better than my dinner. This is a good breakfast sandwich. I like it. Might even consider making more of these. People normally put tomatoes on these kind of sandwiches, but I'm actually not a fan of tomatoes. This campsite is also so clean. It's like, I can't even see any garbage around here. It's really nice. Not a bad breakfast. These foamies are actually pretty nice to have in the van because they don't take up as much room as a full mattress did, like what I used to do. I can also lay them down right in the middle, so I don't have to move anything else in the van to go to sleep, which is really nice. And in the morning here, we don't even have much sun, but we're still pulling in charge from our solar, about 4 amps. Even on a day like today, where we really don't have much sun, it's only about 10:30, we're still pulling in from our solar panels. It's almost about time to hit the road back home, but first I thought I'd read some of your guys' comments. I don't have any service here, but I did remember to screenshot some comments, and I'm going to be reading the comments from this video right here. Oh, and by the way, I am no longer going to blur your guys' names, so comment with caution. The first comment reads, Trevor Wallace stunt double? Now, I've never gotten that one before. I've never gotten told I look like Trevor Wallace, but I do appreciate it. Now, I don't really have his hairstyle, but I used to. So if you think I look like Trevor Wallace a little bit, drop it down in the comments. I'd be curious to know. The second comment reads, I am stoked to hear that your transmission is okay. Much better for the van to be out in the road than parked anyway. Personally, I like the background music, but it's still a great video without. That comment comes straight from my brother, so Adam, thank you very much. And I'm also stoked that the transmission isn't needing replacement. It's just a few other things. And that last video was a little test of style for my channel. But in the same way, I like the musicless videos as well because it feels more authentic. It feels like you and I are just sitting here chatting, right? And the very last comment that we'll read for today says, Smart Sweets are so good. Honestly beats normal candy for me. The Swedish fish are my favorite. Now, if you don't know what that guy is referring to, in my last video, I tried a candy called Smart Sweets and they were delicious. And that sparked a few people to comment down below of how much they like Smart Sweets. And you mentioned that your favorite flavor was the Swedish fish. It's not my favorite, but I do really enjoy them. But it is my dad's favorite, so I'm sure he can resonate with you pretty well. That's the amazing thing with Ruka here, is I can be in this van for 10, 30 minutes, an hour, and she's still just running around the van doing her own thing. And she'll periodically peek into the van just to make sure I'm still here. She is such a smart dog.
Clear the table, cut the grass. All I can of the necessary. Clean the attic, stay afloat. Try as hard as I can not to fall off the boat.
Well, I think that's going to be the end of our video. If you have made it this far into my 30-second video, I cannot thank you enough. And if you have been enjoying the video, consider subscribing to see more of me and Ruka in future videos. Consider giving the video a like, maybe even a comment. It really does help out the channel. With all that said, I will see you guys next video.